Alright, what's up everybody? We are doing another movie reaction over on the channel today, and I'm pretty excited about this one, even though I know very little about it. We're gonna be watching Parasite today, and yeah, like I said, I'm actually going in practically completely blind here. What I do know about it, the couple of things that I just kind of, like the main premise that I read, which was only a sentence or two, it sounded very interesting about apparently, kind of like a poor family or whatever that's getting this opportunity to work for a very rich family, and then they somehow start very much making use of that situation, and I imagine stuff eventually goes terribly wrong. And I don't know, I read that and I'm like, I definitely want to see what this is about. But I also know that this was a very critically acclaimed movie. I think it came out a couple of years ago, 2019 maybe, and that it won like the Oscar for Best Picture, right? Plus, and this is another very interesting detail about it, I thought, I saw that it's actually a Korean movie, and I literally just finished Squid Game a couple of weeks ago. Very much enjoyed that, and although obviously just because it's also a Korean, that is a Korean show, will not mean that the two are going to be comparable in any way, right? But yeah, at the same time, I don't know. It's just like I wanted to see more Korean stuff after I finished Squid Game, and so this kind of was like a perfect opportunity, I guess. So, I'm just super excited to dive in. Like I said, that's practically all that I know, which I think is the correct way to go about this, because you don't want to obviously know anything what's going to happen in advance. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm ready to just be surprised. Of course, should you want to watch my full-length reaction to this movie, that will be up over on my Patreon at the lowest tier, so you can check that out. It's linked on top of the description, as well as there is already early access to the next 4 movies I'm gonna be watching over on the channel. Those are gonna be Saving Private Ryan, Toy Story 3, A Silent Voice, and The Wolf of Wall Street. So quite a varied list of movies that I'm gonna be checking out over here. But like I said, you can check all that out on my Patreon should you want to. And then for now, let's dive into my reaction here for Parasite. Very cool title shot here, actually, the way they are displaying this. I'm already loving the cinematography right now. And we're like 5 seconds in. They were using the free Wi-Fi from somewhere else.
뭐야 그럼? 그 문자고 카톡이고 다 안 되는 거야?
Oh, that sucks. That actually reminds me, I used to use the Wi-Fi from my neighbor anytime that our own Wi-Fi used to be crap for some reason.
이거 카피나라 투지 이 근처에 카페 새로 생긴 건가?
That are gonna sit here every time they want to use Wi-Fi. This is a great introduction to just display the status of this family, and yeah, the fact that they are living a very poor life, clearly.
요즘도 저런 걸 하네.
그러게요.
창문 닫아.
나도 봐. 공짜로 집안에 소독도 하고 곱등도 없애고.
So they're sitting in the smoke here, just so they can at least get the bugs in the house killed. The dad guy is just relentless. He's just pushing through while all the others are complaining.
왜 튀어나와요?
Is this the same girl from Squid Game?
아까 정체다 보니까 박스 4개 한
I
개꼴로
think it is.
우리 사람 뽑아야 돼.
Well, they might be unlucky. Yeah.
해고 페널티를 주시라고.
내일 정식으로다가 면접 보러 가겠습니다. 몇 시가 좋을지.
아니 저기 잠깐만.
They're really closing in on her.
우리 모처럼들 이렇게 둘러앉아가지고 일부 핸드폰은 그 재개통 그리고 와이파이를 주거든요.
I'm liking this dad guy already.
안녕하세요. 민정이가
야,
와 뭐야 이게?
기후 만나러 간다고 하니까 저희 할아버지께서 이걸 꼭 갖다 주라고 하셔가지고.
What is this?
할아버님께 꼭 감사의 말씀을 전해드리고.
먹고 사오지.
Oh my god. So what's the deal with this guy exactly, that he's like their friend? He seems to come from a much different background, at least.
귀엽지?
걔인가? 네가 그 가르친다는 거야?
박다혜 고2. 네가 내 대신 얘 과외 선생님 좀 해줘라. 영어. 나 교환학생 가 있을 동안 잘 좀 보살펴줘.
부주에 나 같은 백수.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, man. This guy so far is very generous.
난 상상만 해도 너무 싫다. 우리과 공대생 그 늑대 새끼들이 다혜 근처에 얼씬거리는 것 자체가 기분이 너무 더러워.
But I'm guessing he's more afraid that other guys would steal his girl or something. Whereas he feels he has little to fear from this guy, I guess.
아, 근데 그 집에서 날 받겠냐 이 말이지. 난 대학생이 아닌데.
구라를 좀 치지 뭐. 기정이가 그렇게 손재주가 좋다며? 포토샵 같은 것도 잘하고.
Yeah, they're gonna fake some credentials.
언니, 금연인데.
Is this like a
나 그거 좀 줘.
internet cafe or what do they call it? Those are like, or like, yeah, I don't know, they play games there and stuff, right? Those things are apparently still super popular in Asia, I think. But yeah, it's crazy because everybody here just does that stuff at home. I'm guessing he's gonna go to some really fancy apartment complex. Yeah.
누구세요?
다혜 어머님 안녕하세요. 그 저는 민혁군 소개로 오늘
아, 네네. 들어오세요.
네
It's always much simpler than you think in advance. In your head, you're preparing this entire speech you're gonna have, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm just here for this purpose. All right, come in. Damn, that looks very good.
여기 앉아서 좀 기다리세요. 사모님 모시고 올게요.
네.
아무튼 그래서 좀 실례지만 솔직하게 말씀을 드리면 제 입장에서는 그쪽이 민혁 쌤 같은 어떤 레벨이 아니라면 뭐 굳이 무슨 의미가 있나 뭐 이런. 저기 오늘 첫 수업 제가
Oh, she wants to make sure that he's good enough.
24번 답 확실해? 이거 봐. 맥박도관처럼 거잖아. 심장이 거짓말을 못해.
Interesting. I guess he's not just focusing on the English skills themselves, but also on kind of your mental state. And I guess they'll see him focusing on these aspects as like a real plus. And maybe he figured that's what could set himself apart.
저기 월급은 매달 요맘대로 하고요. 뭐 필요한 거 있을 땐 이분한테 부탁하세요. 나보다 더 전문가야. 집 구석. 다송아 머리 정말.
Oh my god.
케빈 쌤도 컵스카우트 하셨어요?
네. 완전 스카드.
He's just making stuff up, right? He's probably gonna start involving the rest of his family and stuff too.
역시 느끼시는구나 케빈 쌤.
He's already so gaining her respect and stuff. It's awesome. A self-portrait. Look at that. It's hideous.
그래서 그런 건지 그동안 미술 쌤도 여러 명 바꿔가면서 해봤는데요. 하나같이 한 달은 못 버티더라고요.
He's gonna say like maybe my sister could help out with that or something, I guess.
제가 사람 하나가 휙 하고 떠올랐는데
제시카.
Ah, okay, he's not even gonna say that it is his sister or something. That is so awesome. They're literally gonna have their entire family working there in no time. Without them realizing that they're all part of the same family.
제시카 외동딸 일리노.
Gotta make sure you got the story synced up.
기대가 되네.
아니 근데 지금 말씀하신 것들은 제시카 쌤은 뭐 벌써 느끼셨을 테니까
Is she like onto it? I mean, it must be impossible to be onto this already.
오늘 오신 제시카 선생님 정말 선생님
How could she notice?
제시카 여자친구죠.
야
Oh, maybe because she likes this guy, so she wants to make sure, I guess. Makes me wonder though, I mean, I would assume he's literally just making use of the situation.
다송아, 아이고, 다송이 일어나.
The wigwam.
일어나.
Oh my god.
어머님은 나가주세요. 다송이가 좀 전에 그린 건데요.
아, 네.
저 어머니랑 둘이서만 얘기 나누고 싶은데.
저기 이분은 우리
아니요. 자리 좀.
She is so assertive, what the hell?
제가 아까 미술 심리학, 미술 치료 쪽으로 더 공부 중이라고 말씀드렸죠.
네네.
Is she gonna say he's like crazy talented or?
1학년 때.
This really is some like astrology shit, or I don't know. I don't know how to call it. The same people that will like predict your future and stuff like that. She's just acting it up and being very good at it, clearly.
나는 저 나성이 그림을 밥 먹을 때마다 매일 봤는데.
I could never fall for this kind of stuff. I find it so surprising to see people like this woman who is like so easily impressed by it, right?
그렇기 때문에 저의 급여가 상당히 높은 수준으로 책정이 될 것 같은데 괜찮으시겠어요?
제가 더 감사하죠.
It's her pleasure.
반갑다.
저기 임 기사. 네. 시간 어때요? 아 괜찮습니다. 그럼 뭐 쌤 좀 모셔다 드리지 뭐. 어? 저 이왕 타신 김에.
Ooh, yeah, no, just drop me off somewhere at some hotel, I guess.
아 아니요 괜찮아요 그냥 해화역까지만 태워다 주세요.
Or the station will do. She's very, like, I mean, they're very good at deceiving, let's say that. They got a natural talent for that. What is she doing?
그럼 우리 바로 진행하는 거야?
I'm still trying to figure out what the scene just now was about, but...
아니 뭐 인터넷에서 미술 치료? 검색한 거 썰 좀 풀었더니 헐 갑자기 막 쳐 울더라니까. 미친년 내가 어이가 없어가지고.
This is so good. Oh, she left it there or what? To make him to make him fire him? So they would need a new driver? Oh my god, these guys are so smart. Fucking hell, dude.
변태인가 봐. 여관보다 차에서 막 들어.
아니 꼭 내가 앉는 자리 뭐 정액방울 떨어뜨리는
그러니까.
This is so good already. Holy shit, dude.
아유, 아무튼 그 윤 기사가 관두게 됐어요. 약간의 불미스러운 사건.
They are really completely getting their loyalty. It's so great. In such a short time span too, but makes a lot of sense how they're achieving it.
김 기사님이라고 점잖고 워낙에 푸근하셔서 저도 어렸을 때부터 삼촌 거리면서 따랐던.
그런 분이 계세요?
I don't want to imagine already how this is so obviously going to start. I mean, their secret is going to start getting exposed, obviously, later on in the movie. What's going to happen then, man?
요게 터지다. 이거 그럼 그리고
He's telling him all about the car.
이건 이제 터치로 하는 것 같은데.
How a car even works.
그리고 그 집 사람들 통틀어서 그 집에서 제일 오래 산 것도 그 여자야. 원래 거기에 살던 그 누구야? 그 건축가 남궁현자분.
Oh no, they're getting this woman fired too. In all fairness, just like with Squid Game and its main character, Gion, I do wonder how the dad and so this family basically ended up this way in the first place, you know? Because I imagine it wasn't always like that for them, but I could be wrong.
그 아줌마가 엄청 심한 복숭아 알러지, 응? 알레르기가 있다는 거야.
She's got an allergy?
복숭아 그 겉에가 완전 다 털이잖아.
제 뒤에 보이는 이분 혹시 저기
어머, 우리 아줌마네요? 우리 병원에서 찍으신 거네?
제가 들으려고 들은 게 아니라 제가 들으려고 들은 게 아닌데 통화는 못 들려오니까 어쩔 수 없이 저는
They're all practicing the script and stuff. This is so crazy.
그래? 아이 설마.
She's gonna end up like Arthur Morgan.
혈액 판정 받았다고 전화로 누구에게 막 얘기를 하는데
I mean, isn't she practically the last person working there still? After she's gone, they basically managed to take over entirely. I guess that's where the mom can still come into play, right? Oh, to fake some blood or something? Yeah. Oh god, this is so well done. I guess she's not really ready to have this conversation. That's so sad though. Maybe she's gonna be able to like suspect something. I mean, somebody eventually has to figure something out that lets the secret come out, I would presume.
아줌마, 그거 문 앞에 놓고 가요. 앞으로 놓고만 해주시고. 네.
They're all very smartly playing like there's a huge distance between them all. When in reality, it's one big family. It's so... The idea alone is... Oh my god. What is he doing?
그만.
똑같다. 둘이
Oh no.
똑같아.
Oh, the kid might, the kid might be the catalyst in the end.
아시죠 이제? 쭈니, 베리, 푸푸. 쭈니 베리는 꼭 이거.
I really like that pronunciation. Poo poo.
할때 끈을 좀 길게 해줘요. 그놈은 사방으로 마구 뛰어다니까 직성이 풀려. 그러니까 계속 강아지 버전이 쭈니.
Oh, they're all gonna go. Oh no. You do not want to leave the house into their hands. Oh my god. You you literally heard the glass break. I was gonna say, like, they better watch out breaking their own glass of the house.
나름 운치가 있네. 정원에는 비가 촤. 우린 위스키를.
They're getting a little too confident in this though, that's for sure. But if I was them, I'd want to be extra careful in all honesty. Even sitting here together like this, I mean... I'm just imagining that the family is coming back and they're just listening to this from a distance right now, all of this. That would be crazy.
리얼이었으면 넌 죽었지, 씨발아. 뭐야, 씨. 아이씨, 강아지.
Oh, they're coming back. I don't know how long they were gone for. I mean, didn't they say it was a camping trip or something?
아니 이 양반이 왜?
Is that the...
이거
Yeah.
엄마 맞지? 뭐야, 왜 온 거야?
Don't tell me she's like on a vengeance mission or something. She sounds completely... She sounds like a maniac. No, don't bring up the basement. What does she truly want though? Surely it's not just that. This is kind of creepy the way they're showing it as well with the camera perspective.
같이 내려가 보시겠어요?
This is... Honestly, this is giving me such creepy vibes. What the hell is she doing? Okay, they had a secret basement below the basement or something, or what? What the hell is happening all of a sudden? What did this just turn into? Oh my god, she was just taking care of him all this time?
제가 이 사람을 이리로 데리고 들어왔거든요. 살짝 원래 부잣집들 지하에는 북한 쳐들어오면 숨는 빈.
But so what, this family doesn't even know about this bunker or what?
들이 진짜 보자니까 사람 경찰 불러야 돼 이거. 뭐야? 김이사? 뭐야 이거?
Oh, I guess they're gonna... Oh no, they're filming it. Okay, I guess they've got some leverage now.
어차피 판사판이야. 다 같이 경찰서 가든지 감방에 가든지 이 참장을 보자 이거. 아줌마!
It seems you only really have one option, and that's to just work together here, like I said, keeping each other secret.
가까이 오지 마. 안 그러면 전송 버튼 눌러버린다.
One button press away from being found out.
여보, 이 전송 버튼.
Yeah, exactly.
무슨 비상의 버튼이네.
I was almost about to say they're acting like Kim Jong-un over here, but I figured that was kind of a bad reference to make in this case.
종북 개그의 지존 사랑해요. 저들의 구린내 나는 오장육부를
Yeah, it's always like that.
마침내 비핵화와
I've seen a couple of those North Korean news reports, and it's like the way those presenters talk and stuff is exactly like this. I mean, again, I had always expected that they would be discovered at some point, but I figured it would be by the family itself, right? Definitely not. I'd never expected a situation like this to then play out. Very interesting the direction this story has gone into now. Okay, they're trying to get that phone. Damn. Oh. What is that? Somebody at the door again, or? Okay, just the phone ringing.
여보세요?
저기 아줌마, 짜파구리 할 줄 아시죠?
I guess they're coming back. Well, they can in some way still be happy with them announcing their return. Because it would have been something if they just showed up out of nowhere. But I figured with the bad weather that they were coming back eventually.
8분 후 도착으로
8 minutes. So what's happening now? I mean, they're cleaning this thing up as soon as possible and then all hiding in the bunker or something, or what? Yeah, and locking these guys up. That seems like an impossible mission there. They're here already? Look at this mess, dude.
오셨어요?
Oh my god. She did not just break her neck or something, did she? This is so crazy the way this has all been playing out. Oh, she's dead, dude, I'm telling you.
사건이 좀 있었거든. 다솜이가 1학년 때 귀신을 봤잖아요, 집에서.
Holy shit, that looks
소리에 막 내가 막 뛰어내려와 보니까
creepy as fuck.
이 살면 또 사라지나? 이런 데서도?
난 그냥 여기가 편해. 그냥.
Is she still alive though? I guess so. I guess she was just knocked unconscious or what? You can tell. Oh, poo poo. This is the most insane situation playing out in this house that I've ever seen without the family realizing it. They just think everything is fine and dandy, and they've got 4 very nice, helpful servants, or whatever you call them, totally unrelated to each other. And funnily enough, the only person who really seems to kind of know what's going on is the youngest son, and they're all calling him crazy.
우리 아이 그냥 여기 소파에서 살까?
Great idea.
집에서 자요.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be very happy and comfortable with the idea of staying the night here below the stable. Oh, don't actually go here. Right. I don't know why I would think that they had to spend the entire night here, because clearly they can just sneak out the moment that they actually fall asleep.
그리고 우리 식구들 말고 아무도 모르지. 무슨 일이 있어?
Yeah, they're just gonna let them die there now, or what? Those 2 people in the basement, you're gonna have to get rid of them in some way.
창문이 열려 있었나?
Oh, the whole place has been flooded.
야 기호야, 창문 닫아 창문.
Yeah, so smart how that tied in with the... Oh, yeah, you want to be careful there. Very smart how that tied in with obviously the camping trip and how they came back because of the weather. So I think they were warning early on in the movie already about there possibly being flooding. Well, I guess the woman is still relatively fine then. She was just knocked out for a little bit, but that fall initially sure made me think that she actually, like, literally broke her neck there in that moment, I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit. The contrast between her puking in the toilet and then it coming out on the other end. This has gotten really, like, dark and tragic.
어떡하실 거예요, 거기? 자식. 절대 실패하지 않는 계획이 만절하네. 무계획이야.
That's kind of the thing. The situation can kind of be resolved if they literally just wait. But that's obviously gonna mess with your morals. As far as these guys still have morals, but
계획이 없으니까 뭐가 잘못됐는지.
with no plan, nothing can go wrong.
아버지. 죄송해요. 제가 책임질게요. 뭔 소리야? 돌은 왜 그렇게 껴안고 있냐?
Don't tell me he's gonna... He does not seem to agree with his dad, though. He better not do something crazy that I'm... You'll know what I'm thinking of, right?
혹시 오늘 점심에 시간 되시나? 아니 오늘 집에서 다솜이 생일 번개하려고요.
아,
Sounds like we're about to make ourselves up for a final celebration. slash confrontation slash I don't know what's gonna happen here, but it's gonna be ugly.
어제는 씨발 다들 너무 흥분을 해가지고. 그니까. 아니 근데 아빠는 뭐 계획 어쩌고 하든. 아니다 그냥 내가 내려가 볼게.
잠깐만. 안 그래도 이거 챙긴 거니까 갖고 가. 배고플 거 아니야, 들. 그치?
Oh my god, I swear they all have a different plan, don't they? Yeah, the dad's plan is to do nothing. This guy's plan is probably just to kill them. The women's plan was to just make peace. Yeah, I saw that one coming. Oh, damn, dude. Holy shit. Oh, shit. Did he? He just actually like... I don't know, I mean, it could have just knocked him out, I guess, too, but... Holy shit, yeah, I figured this would be more than just knocking out using that as your weapon. Oh my god, dude. Fucking brutal. Oh, and he's gonna see the same ghost. This whole family is getting murdered. There the boy goes again. Oh my god, this is crazy. Oh, he's gonna... Oh, they want him to choose, literally. Oh, shit.
안녕하세요, 박 사장님.
나 알아요?
리스펙!
This guy is such a lunatic. Wow, he's still... Yep. He so couldn't handle his disrespect for the stench and everything, right? That this felt like the only thing he could do. Even in this moment, he was like, you know, holding his nose with everything here going on.
지금 웃는 건가? 그리고는 의사같이 안 생긴 의사가 말했습니다.
Oh wow, he's still alive.
기정의 얼굴을 오랜만에 다시 봤을 때도
Wow, and she did actually die.
저는 계속 웃었습니다.
And I'm guessing the dad is actually in jail for killing the guy, obviously, right? Oh, he's still... Wow, he's still on the run?
뉴스도 조용해지고 형사들 미행도 뜸해질 무렵부터 가끔씩 그 산에 올랐습니다. 그 산에 올라가면 그 집이 꽤 잘 내려다 보이거든요.
Is that a different family staying there now? Makes sense that the previous one would move. Is the dad staying in the basement now or what? That can't be for real. Would make sense, I guess, because everybody saw him fleeing.
아들아,
Yeah.
너라면 혹시 이 편지를 읽을 수도 있겠구나. 나도 여기에서 건강히 지낸다.
How is he staying alive in here, though?
그날 벌어진 일들은 지금도 실감이 잘 안 난다.
The dog is eating it.
꾼것 같기도 하고. 그래도 집이 한동안 비어 있었던 덕분에 그분 누구냐 문광님을 예의를 갖춰서 보내드릴 수가 있었는데.
Buried her in the garden.
다행이지 뭐냐.
Insane how the cycle basically just continues.
아버지, 저는 오늘 계획을 세웠습니다. 돈을 벌겠습니다. 아주 많이요.
So I can buy the house back? Or what?
취직, 결혼 뭐 다 좋지만
Are you for real?
일단 돈부터 벌겠습니다.
Wow. Back to this shot, where it all began.
그날이 올 때까지. 그럼 이만.
Okay, so was it just his vision? Or does it mean that moment will actually happen at some point? I guess that's kind of the question they leave you on. Although I'd be curious if there's actually some thoughts about that by the creators. Or if it's meant to be, you know, again, like interpreted in a more literal sense than I am right now. But I don't think so. I think you're meant to think about it a little bit more and question whether they'll be able to, you know, whether that ending that he's envisioning will actually be happening. But wow, that was a fantastic watch. I absolutely loved that ending. It was so creative and, like, you know, it really managed to make the story kind of go full circle with how the dad now had to literally lock himself up in that basement and basically become the guy who had been there previously. Yeah, wow, you know, again, it did all the right things. It still makes you think about stuff. Like, it's definitive enough. I always like don't necessarily like endings usually that leave the story entirely open-ended, where you just, you know, you really have to make your mind up about what's actually happening and stuff. And, you know, like, I don't know, to me it's always kind of unsatisfying. I understand the point of it, but I feel like what this ending did perfectly is that it felt both definitive while still leaving you on one question that I talked about there, right? Being that, like, would the son actually be able to accomplish this goal that he set out for himself, where he could actually become successful enough to buy the house eventually, and in that way, you know, then still free the dad or something. But yeah, I mean, again, it was a fantastic standalone story. I really liked the build up in the beginning, the way that they, you know, the way that it all started basically with the son, right? And how he very cleverly managed to first get himself integrated in there, or I don't know what the right word would be, but, like, you know, to get him to gain the family's trust and loyalty, and then bring in, you know, at first he brought in his sister, right? From there on they brought in the dad, and then finally the mom still. And yeah, just the entire arc there in the first, I'd like to say 45 minutes to an hour. Fantastically well done. Now, I was very much wondering then where the story would go, and it just went in a completely crazy direction that I did not see coming, where I myself just figured that it would be relatively simple, I guess, where the family would be finding out rather quickly that they were being deceived or something, and this is where the real problems would start to arise. Maybe they came into some type of conflict with them. But in fact, it was actually, again, one of the previous workers, you know, who actually turned out to be hiding her own husband in that basement there, that we then found out about later in the movie. And, you know, they got into a crazy conflict there as the family was out on a camping trip. Yeah, just the entire, like, I think that portion lasted about half an hour, and the way that all played out, and how they then had to, within the span of, I think, about 8 minutes, get everything back in order. It was so chaotic and just, I don't know, man, just super enjoyable overall. Now, yes, the final, like, 20 minutes or whatever, the ending portion definitely played out differently from what I had expected. You know, in terms of, like, actually, for example, the characters that died seemed in some way a little bit random. How, you know, the son literally got, you know, he got attacked there by his own rock. by that one guy from the basement, but he actually managed to survive it. It was only the daughter that that got killed, you know. So I don't know, I wonder what the choice behind that would be or something, but yeah, I definitely found that interesting. You know, it's the dad still ended up killing the family's dad. Again, like, this is the same problem that I had with Squid Game, where all these characters obviously had names, but it's very hard for me as somebody who's not Korean to remember, like, what the names for each individual character were, but you'll forgive me for that, right? But, you know, yeah, like, the dad ended up killing the dad of the family. And that's another thing that really made me think, like, why did they have to be so... I don't know, you always see that like some people, well, I don't know if it's necessarily condescending or something, but just this little habit that they used to have where they're still making fun, or maybe not making fun, but they are genuinely bothered and annoyed, right, by you know, like people that aren't smelling good or something, right? And then, you know, it's like, it's crazy how this entire scene played out that should have come as a real surprise to them. Everybody in their garden was being killed. There's a random guy coming out of the basement with a knife, literally attacking people on the spot. And what do? They see their son, you know, like being mentally affected by it. They're bringing him to an emergency. I mean, I can understand that, of course, that you're still looking after your own son, I guess, first, because it is family, your family at the end of the day, and you don't care as much about the other people, I guess. But how still in that moment he was like holding his nose there. It's like, I understand why that made the dad, that triggered something in the dad's you know, brain or something, right? And he could not stand that thought, and that's what made him go after him and just stab him in the back there, literally. It's I mean, it's an all-around unfortunate situation, and let's be honest, what the family we've been following, what they've been doing this entire movie has been incredibly shitty, from obviously lying to people and deceiving them, and you know, even how the son was basically just using the, you know, the daughter of the family and stuff, right? I mean, they were all using them in their own individual ways. And yeah, like I said, there are no, that's the thing with this story. There are no winners in it. You know what I mean? And an all-around shitty situation, like I said. But as a movie on its own, it was the perfect blend of being super entertaining, interesting to follow along with, but then also still, again, raising that question there at the end that, yeah, I very much appreciated about it. I really, really enjoyed it. Thought this was a fantastic watch. You know, these movies like this being 2 hours long, but so much happens in it, and it's a standalone story that leaves you satisfied at the end of the day. What more could you really wish for, right? So, very much enjoyed it. I hope you liked my reaction to it, of course. Like I said, should you still want to watch my full-length reaction to this, you know, I don't know how long the edit for this can be on YouTube or will be. You know, obviously the full 2-hour reaction will be up over on Patreon, which is linked on top of the description. Early access to the next 4 movies will already be there that I mentioned in the intro, so you can go check that out if you enjoy my reactions. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing these movie reviews on you know, reactions and reviews on a weekly basis. So yeah, subscribe and hit the notification bell. But then for now, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next one.